All right, what's going on, everybody? Willis here, back once again with another Marvel Rivals video. Got some interesting news for you guys today regarding a highly talked about topic in the community right now, which is role queue. So we've got some new insights on, I guess, the developers' thoughts about role queue, and obviously just some other information in this video. Obviously, because you guys are amazing, we're giving away another battle pass in this video. So if you just like this video, leave a comment and subscribe with bell notifications on to enter. Yeah, let's jump right into it. So PC Gamer actually put out a new article talking a bit about obviously the role queue and obviously the developers' thoughts about role queue, and it's titled Marvel Rivals is not considering a role queue no matter how annoying it is to get rinsed on a team of 6 duelists, with the tag being, honestly, I think we're better off. So yeah, we're going to take a look at the whole article here, and then I'll basically just give my thoughts and how I feel, I guess, about role queue, and hopefully, yeah. So Marvel Rivals has a problem, one that every hero shooter since the invention of the concept and every MOBA before it has suffered from. People keep picking DPS. You rock into a game expecting a balanced team makeup, but alas, your crew is composed of Hawkeye, Black Widow, Magic, Psylocke, Spider-Man, and a Punisher. You proceed to die violently. This predictably led to cries for a role-based queue where players have to commit to playing one of 3 roles. Vanguard, which is tank, Strategist, which is healer, support, or the Duelist, which is DPS, before entering a game. In theory, this, I guess, somewhat balances things. Sure, you can play your favorite DPS hero, but to do so, you'll need to endure a long queue time. Meanwhile, your tanks and healers get the VIP treatment, and crucially, all games are balanced as a result. Now, unfortunately for these people, Marvel Rivals isn't getting a role queue anytime soon. According to the developers, in an interview with Esports, one of the game's creative directors says that right now, we are not considering a role queue. The team's goal is to offer a wider variety of team composition through team-up skills and their own designs to let people play their Marvel superheroes rather than limiting players to choosing a role. It says there's a saying I like very much: you're not stuck in traffic, you are traffic. While I'm not sure its original author was thinking of hero shooters when they wrote it, especially since it appears to be from a decade-old advertisement for TomToms, a sat-nav device from the age before you could use your phone, I think it's extremely applicable to them. It says, point being, most people who are complaining about being in a team made up of 6 DPS heroes are often playing a DPS hero themselves. And he says, and look, I do get it. It can be frustrating to be nudged into tanking or supporting roles when you really just want to blast some folks, but you need to be the change, Venom or Jeff the Shark, you wish to see in the world. And I'm pretty sure this is the person writing the article. He says, I also happen to think that part of Marvel Rivals' appeal is its absolute chaos, a sensation of free-for-all that is lent to its wonky balance and absurd team comps. I personally don't want this thing to become sweaty, mostly because the moment people figure out to watch their blanks when I'm playing Spider-Man, I'm doomed. And trust me, my shoddy aim is not going to save me. All right, this guy's just yapping at this point. But yeah, back to the actual developer. He says, Chen says things have been rational and within expectations in competitive play recently. There are a lot of different compositions emerging from players, and we'd like to continue to monitor these fun competitions and how they impact our game. So you probably want to hear my thoughts on this. Now, obviously, I get it. If you're a tank or a healer main, it feels absolutely awful being the only one trying to keep your team alive as a healer while everyone picks DPS. The lack of role queue definitely does make matches a bit frustrating, especially if people don't switch or adapt to them. Like on paper, a role queue sort of feels like a no-brainer, but obviously you have to look at it, I guess, from a balance perspective. Now, if the devs were to force a role queue too early, they'll obviously risk driving off the more casual players who just want to play their favorite Marvel hero. Let's be real. Most people just want to play Iron Fist and not be a tank. Now, their approach to promoting, obviously, team-up skills and the unique synergies could work, but only if they make tanking and healing more fun and rewarding. Like, obviously, players need a reason to pick tank or healer other than, like, nobody else will. That can't be the reason you pick a tank or a healer, just because nobody else is picking it. Now, this is for people who would, like, obviously want role queue, and this is sort of like a soft compromise They could implement maybe like a soft role queue for competitive play only. Players could maybe like lock in their preferred roles, DPS, tank, or healer before queuing. And obviously the matchmaker could prioritize more balanced teams, but obviously they would never force it upon players. Obviously make some more incentives for support players and tanks, maybe some more unique skins, I don't know, emotes, rewards. I feel like this worked well for like Overwatch. I'm pretty sure they had like exclusive stuff for like healers and tanks. We need stronger role synergies. Like adding a role specific team up would definitely be an awesome thing to add to the game. Like maybe like a tank healer combo ability where if you team up with 2 healers and 2 tanks, you maybe get like some special bonus, or like 3 healers and 1 tank. Stuff that promotes like the different team compositions. Like you don't always obviously want it to be 2-2-2. Like maybe this situation's crazy enough where you have 3 healers, 1 tank, and then there's the rest DPS. I've definitely had plenty of competitive games where we've had 3 healers and it was the most insane thing ever. But yeah, for now, it's clear that the developers are just experimenting. I really don't think anything is set in stone. And I think at some point, if it does get to a point where it gets really, really bad, they'll probably put in something like a soft role queue, or like, I don't know, maybe they won't. But only time will tell, and we'll see in the future on what actually happens. Like maybe even for like the higher ranks, I don't know if there'll be like a role queue. We'll see. So I have noticed a lot of people having some stuttery gameplay issues, and I think this is mainly for PC players. This person on Reddit, JMBville, put out a really good fix, which seems to help with this stuttering issue. I'll leave it on screen for a few seconds. You guys can screenshot it. Try it for you. Maybe it'll work, because I've definitely heard a lot of people having these stuttering issues. Now onto the community part of the video, guys. So you guys really enjoy this, especially with the concept art for like different characters. But yeah, here we can see they've made Agatha Harkness. We got Silk. We got Rogue. We got Quicksilver. Polaris. Daredevil. Nightcrawler. Gambit. Cyclops. Mysterio. Jean Grey. Captain Marvel. Ghost Spider. Ghost Rider. Deadpool. Chewie. Black Cat. Beast. And that's pretty much everything. Some really, really cool community-made heroes. Really awesome. I love it. And here's a closer up look of Nightcrawler. They've definitely drawn them in the style of Marvel Rivals. I really like what Marvel Rivals do with their sort of like, it's basically just in the comic book style with all the cool little like artifacts that come off the characters, the draw lines. And here's a quick tip for you Punisher players. If you didn't know, using Punisher's turret, yeah, you can dodge Jeff. Yeah, you can dodge Jeff ult. Pretty nuts. I didn't even know this. Might have to start playing Punisher, honestly, just so I don't have to deal with Jeff. Anyway, hopefully you guys have an amazing day. Once again, we're giving away battle passes every single video. Like the video, leave a comment, and make sure you are subscribed with bell notifications turned on. I think like 80% of people who watch my video